for those who lost their guide, innocence and a drive, for those who feel they've been mistreated, discriminated,
It's been everywhere. It's been to Wembley 4 times with me, 1976, 1980, 85, and last year, which is 91, is 91 in both. Yeah. It's been to Germany, to European Championships, it's been to Italy. There's blokes there who've been, well, they slept on it.
They did a lot.
Oh, they done a lot of things. It's been never been washed. That's no joke, that's the truth. It's not true.
No, everybody sort of said, you know, had written Denmark off before then, as if Denmark were just sort of another team. They weren't playing very well, they weren't doing very much. And then they went and won the European Championships. And then suddenly our group, we're playing in the group with the European champions in it. I always felt that the Danes would be a stumbling block all the way along the line. They were a team you had to get results off, but you were going to have to battle to do it because they've got some very, very good, gifted players.
I was in Germany at that time where the Irish played down in Stuttgart and in Hanover, and we saw they have quite a lot of good players.
I think the spirit of the Irish team, they're very, very determined to win the match. I don't think any European teams have the same spirit.
We're at the qualifying for the European Championship final and the World Cup Championship final. I'm playing very good football, and there's not many teams in the world that'll beat Ireland on the day. I mean, we went out to Italy and we nearly took them apart. They were afraid of their lives. As Mick McCarthy was grinding at them in the tunnel. They were that guard.
I think Denmark's going to win 3-0.
I don't care how it happens, but as usual, Denmark wins.
We haven't actually heard if Sheedy is in or out, or what the story is there. We're looking forward. I think McLaughlin is in, is he?
We lost a couple of players out, in fact. I played Alan Kernigan in his first game, and I wasn't sure how we were going to play and react.
The atmosphere is building up now. We're looking forward to going into the ground and getting our seats, and we'll get the flag up somewhere from Wexford.
And the game will be here in Copenhagen, just 3.5 minutes old. No score. Danger for Ireland now. The ball knocked out wide on the left. Poulsen from that left wing. He's got Laudrup right side of the area. Can they get the cross in? Heinze trying to do that. Bonner goes high, and Bonner catches cleanly and confidently. Still Owen thundering forward. Still Dennis Irwin into the penalty area. And again, just looking for too much out of the ball, Dennis Irwin. Ireland could get caught here. Now they'll go for the run and is only feeding back, but he's turned one Irishman now a second in the shot because Bonner blocks it. And Bonner holds on to it at the second attempt.
That's more like it from the Danes. That's exactly what we know they can do. And I mean, from an Irish corner, I think we maybe just put a bit too many players up there. What a break.
That is by Laudrup. The ball comes in from a Goldrick's corner kick now. Again, it's hit deep. It almost falls for Houghton on the volley. Oh, and it was only inches over the top. Ray Houghton really caught that one on the meat. Blast of a shot from And as the seconds tick by, it's looking better and better for Ireland, but still a good way to go. The best part of 13 minutes remaining. McGoldrick has it now, gets it to Roy Keane, right side of the area, looks up, Roy Keane trying to counter it, Schmeichel diving off his line, 7 yards out, touches the ball cleanly, spectacular. It's all over, the whistle goes. Ireland have done it, they've come to the Lions' Den in Copenhagen, and they've taken a valuable point. It could be a vital point. Who knows, we have to wait and see. But it certainly has been a manful performance. Jack Charlton even going on the field of play, congratulating his players, clapping hands with them, and down there somewhere.
Absolutely tremendous. Great performance by the Irish team. Played the full 90 minutes, no messing.
And who did you think was played particularly well for Ireland?
I say Paddy Bonner was the best. Paddy Bonner saved us on a couple of occasions. Without a shadow of a doubt, Kevin Morgan played the blinder. Don't see why he was left out of the team the last 2 matches.
Outplayed Denmark, especially through the midfield. But the best part of the game was that Denmark had no option. They put the ball over the top all the time. And every time that ball came over the top, Kerrigan and Morgan just cleaned up.
It's about time we had a better look, because for years we've been getting robbed everywhere all over this continent.
Well, a point in Seville, and I think we can tap who can air tickets for America.
Point in Seville and get your visa for the US.
Yeah.
We're on our way.
Brindamos con cerveza en medio de tristeza y emoción. En este bar se hablaron nuestras almas y se dijeron frases deliciosas. En este bar pasaron tantas cosas, por eso vengo siempre a este rincón. Sírveme un trago de ron y toma tu cerveza junto a mi corazón. Tú eres la camarera de mi amor. Sírveme un trago a mí de ron, camarera de mi amor.
I thought we did well to get a draw in Denmark, and I think we're coming here now to get a win tonight.
I think we'll win in this stadium tonight, and we've a fabulous sport here tonight that'll get behind the lads. We're going to be intimidated here tonight, but we'll have to get right behind the lads, and I think they're well prepared for this match tonight.
Somebody asked me on television who I thought would qualify, and I said it would be between the Republic, Denmark or Spain. It turned out exactly as I said.
Muy buen momento para mí.
Butragueño, Salinas, Mitchell, Martín Vázquez, ¿qué jugador te da más rápido?
Muy peligrosos, pero nosotros tenemos peligrosos jugadores también.
Bien, ahí está jugando justamente el visionario de los dos campos. Mete la bola arriba para Aldrin, la toca solo de cabeza. Saque de banda favorable al equipo de España. Estamos ya en...
Andy Townsend lays one off. Lovely play. Now Quinn showing goal. Just a goalkeeper to beat. Now Quinn shoots and now Quinn. Oh, he's missed it.
Quinny knew exactly what he was trying to do. Aim for the right-hand corner. But obviously that touches them just enough to take it past the post.
Va a pitar de un instante a otro, ha puesto en balón en funcionamiento Goico y vamos a ver si le deja sacar. Yo creo que va a pitar, ha pitado ya, ha pitado y concluye la primera parte en el
un vaquero. Hay que jugar al español, no al irlandés.
Andy Townsend seems to be coming more into the game, and that's great to see. I feel a good Andy Townsend for us in the second half, and it could all change round.
But Roy Keane does well to recover a poor pass for Ireland. Into now Quinn it goes. Quinn knocks one forward for Aldridge. Chest down. Aldridge in and Aldridge taken down on his route to go. And surely, is that the professional foul? The red card surely has to come out from the referee under the new ruling. Aldridge clean in on goal there.
De la segunda parte.
Yo creo que le pone amarilla, bien a juego, ¿no?
Vamos a ver. Hay momentos de tensión. Tarjeta roja. Tarjeta roja. Tarjeta roja.
El último hombre.
Tarjeta roja para López.
No es porque sea el último, es ocasión más.
But here's Roy Keane breaking up the Spanish attack. Rolls on across the line. Great lovely ball in for Aldridge to the goalkeeper. Around the goalkeeper, John Aldridge. He scored! Oh, but the flag was up on the offside. It's been given, and John Aldridge once more is frustrated in an Irish international match. And how many times have we seen that, Jim Beglin? A lovely little move. Start.
I'd like to see the replay of that on TV. It's either a very good decision or a disgraceful decision. It all depends whether the Spanish player made contact with the ball, because there's no doubt about it. He made hard contact with Andy Townsend, and judging by his face at the moment, he certainly looks to be in a bit of pain.
Vamos a ver a quién busca, vamos a ver a quién encuentra. Encontrado a Mitchell, encontrar a Mitchell hoy, no encontrar absolutamente nada, es todo uno. Ahí está jugando de nuevo la selección española, balón largo, el error, el fallo de la zaga, el balón que se va para arriba, la única oportunidad.
No, quiere terminar el tiempo.
Exacto, quiere terminar. Partido concluido, 45 minutos, 38 segundos, la selección...
Es posible que nosotros ganamos 2 puntos. Clasificaste a la Real Sociedad para la Copa de la UEFA. Sí, es un premio de este reto.
Tengamos en cuenta que hemos jugado pues, de todo el partido por media hora con uno menos.
After a tense, passionate night in Seville,
the likes of Blackburn Rovers are prepared to fork out £5 million for his services.
He's an amazing lad. He just keeps running, putting his foot in, and he's good control when he gets on the ball, makes himself a bit of room. He's only a boy, he's got a lot to learn.
If Keane is given the first indication that he can leave.
Because I thought they all battled, they all chased, they all ran, they never gave up, and they don't let teams settle and see what
Down striker John Aldridge on the edge of the penalty box and was promptly shown the red card.
Well, we're top of the group still. It's almost impossible to knock the Republic of Ireland off the top. We've played 4, 1-2, drawn 2, 4-6 against 0 and points 6. Spain and Denmark both on 5 points. Denmark beat Northern Ireland tonight in Windsor Park by 1-0. Alan, your reaction to that one?
Listen, we're among friends. Okay. I've been north and I've been south, well I've been east and west. But now Cracker Goal I've found. Yet there's one place on this earth I'd love to be the best It's just a little town I call my own. For don't have me heaven with coffee out of heaven and so life is sweet. There's no need to worry. There's no need to hurry. You're the king and your lady's a queen.
So make your reaction to the result.
Yeah, I've just been told that we had the ball in the net. John did, and they were down to 10 men. I think what we shouldn't forget, though, I mean, not to take the pleasure out of the result tonight, is that Spain and Denmark are capable of coming to Lansdowne and shutting up the shop and getting a point as well. I think we shouldn't overlook that.
To get a result in Seville was exceptional. I mean, in fact, we should have won the game in Seville had the linesman done his job correctly and the referee, who might have sent a player off rather than give us a penalty. We might have finished it winning the game in Spain, which would have eased our situation now. But in retrospect, a draw in Seville was a good result. We didn't give them very many opportunities to score, and we played it at a very high pace, and we got people into good areas in most times, and we had a good work rate throughout the whole team. And when you play teams like Spain, you must always work them. There must always be somebody on top of a player. You must never give them room to settle and see and feel comfortable. And I felt we did that very well that night.
Maybe afterwards we will win.
A couple, right? A couple.
I can't stop here. Look, I've got to get on my business. I'm not time to do all these. Listen, I'll have to do another festival.
They're going to get there. I don't count.
Number 11, Steve Staunton. And the Irish substitutes, number 12 is Tony Cascarino. Number 13, David Kelly. Number 14, Ronnie Whelan. Number 15, Eddie McGoldrick. Presented to our dignitaries here this afternoon.
Coming down this way. And I was hoping, first of all, that we'd win the toss to take the sting out of your tail a little bit. And we just couldn't get into the game at all. Couldn't get our game together. People were getting pressurized and they couldn't get it out of the box, so it was a constant pressure. but I think the game was over at half-time. It was only our pride the second half and the fact that if we had got a goal, we might have been in it a little bit, but we couldn't get the goal. And I think we played much better the second half, and I took something out of that.
They got a lot of pride, and they put up a very good battle second half.
And your goal, Niall, Quinn did very, very well to flick it onto you.
Yes, he did, yeah. It was a good move, and I think it was Dennis or Ray clipped a little ball in, and Niall managed to just help him mid-pass with his swinger.
We've got Denmark to come, Steve, and I think really, after that first half performance, it's against the same again next month.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Think it's going to be tougher against them?
Yeah, it's going to be tougher, obviously. I think a bit more quality about them. But hopefully we can do that.
Steve Staunton, understand?
I'm not going to speak first. I'd like to have entertained a little bit more the second half, but it's very difficult when you come in winning 3-0 at half-time, which is a rare event in football. And then you just say to the lads, just keep your shape, don't overcommit yourselves. And suddenly you find that they've stopped running. We didn't run as hard the second half, and they made us chase a little bit the second half, which was... They did unto us what we normally would do unto them. And it worked for them quite well. We had a few chances, but all in all, I think the result was about fair.
Somebody said to me afterwards, we can win the World Cup now. Would that be a little premature, do you think?
I tell you what, you don't want to laugh. Don't laugh. You never know with us, do you? We started off the way we played best. Get the ball in the corner, support the man there, and look for the crosses. And we'd won the game by half-time. And then in the second half, it was a bit... It's very difficult at international level to say to the lads, go and get 6 goals. Because in doing that, you put yourself at risk in losing something of what you've got. So we thought in the Northern Ireland game, the players accepted 3-0 and just settled down and played the game out.
So this will be one of the kind of climactic moments, where you know, one of the important matches. And
this is in the second half. You got the shot list. Yeah. Right. Second half. I think it was just in the second half, John.
So you're a bit worried, Johnny, are you?
Well, I'm not as confident as I was, Bill. I must be honest.
Have you got the stuff in the final? Danish defending.
Yeah, we'll have that.
We have that.
We'll have the Danish goal.
No, we need Danish defending.
No, I think Robert's getting it.
In the last, John.
I got mine, did you? Robert, thanks.
Danish defending. In the last 10 minutes of that match.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, they were magnificent. Okay, when the Germans threw everything at them.
Right. Schmeichel made a particularly good save.
Yeah. Yeah, Schmeichel.
There should be a Schmeichel save there, John.
Northern Ireland will.
Very, very good save.
But I don't think these guys will.
They're not going to bottle it, as you
know.
know.
Well, it's definitely one of the key matches because you're playing against European champions who have made a comeback in the group after a poor start. And it's a huge game today. If Ireland win today, then they could very well put Denmark out of the running as far as Ireland is concerned. So it's one of the really key games in the group.
I think we'll win the group. I thought so from the beginning. I think we're a very formidable side, very competitive side, very well-disciplined side. And these are qualities you don't often get in international football. We're more like a club team, and we have some excellent players as well. So I think we'll win the group, although today is a decisive game. If we win today, we almost certainly will win the group. I certainly think we'll qualify. We have a very, very good side now.
I think it'll be a golden era. You know, teams come and go. We do have a relatively small selection of players. And I think in the last few years, we've had a lot of good players come together at the right time. And I think that's why we've been so successful. And long may it last. It's unlikely that it will last over a long period of time. Even Brazil, with their great selection of players, have come and gone. But I think it's just enjoy it as much as we possibly can while the going is good. I think it's good for us if we're looking for a draw. Because usually, if you're looking for a draw, you don't get any more than a draw.
So it really is Ireland getting about the business now, having weathered the early storm from the Danes. That's not to say there's not a lot more to come from Richard Muller-Nielsen's team, but 12 minutes gone here with Ireland's third corner in a row, then hits it very deep, very high. McGrath's the man. McGrath trying to make contact. Quinn across the goal, and Schmeichel stretches up those long arms and plucks the ball out from under the crossbar. So back to Townsend, flips it up for Houghton. Appeal for the offside. Houghton goes for the shot. Right out, no! Inches away from the target. The dive from Schmeichel. Throws the Irish penalty, and McGrath tried to head it away, but he's given it away to Vilfort. Vilfort tried to chip Peggy Burger, and Vilfort has scored! Kim Vilfort has caught out the Irish defence. Bonner was shouting at McGrath, but McGrath decided to head the ball. He gave away possession, and Kim Vilfort was there.
Bad decision. I mean, I know defenders like to protect their goalkeepers now and again. He's elbowed Quinn, he's definitely leaned and pushed him. That's a penalty in my book.
The crowd, I think, a little bit worried, a little bit anxious here, as I'm sure they are on that Irish bench down there. There's Paul McGrath helping out. McGrath trying to use all his strength to keep the ball in play, and McGrath doing brilliantly there to win a corner for Ireland.
Well, at least we're matching them for effort now. There was a hell of a battle to try and get something from this near side, and we've got the corner. I think at this stage he'd probably settle for a 1-1 draw.
Fifth corner to Ireland in the second half. Staunton pulls it in the corner. Quinn, goal! Oh, precious equaliser from Niall Quinn. Schmeichel stands with hands on the hips. The corner taken shorts, and there was Stevie Staunton, the backheader from Niall Quinn, and they're all up on that Irish bench.
In the end, I'm absolutely delighted with the result. It looked for a long period that they were going to frustrate us. They worked very, very hard. Well-organised side. Wouldn't let us settle, wouldn't let us do the things we wanted to do. Did unto us as we did unto them. Well, it's a long time since a team worked as hard as they did here today. It was looking a bit dodgy for a while.
I think they did a very good job. It's maybe not the most beautiful football match I have seen, but there was a lot of fighting spirit, and I think it was a very good fight and an interesting game for the spectators.
But, sir, we're not going back to that old holy one. No, we don't even talk about things like that. I'm more concerned about beating Albania, Latvia and Lithuania in the next 3 matches. That is the main target for us. We'll talk about what we're going to do when we go to America after we've got to America. I mean, we can only benefit now on that result today if we beat Albania. And if we beat Latvia and Lithuania. I know the Danes dropped 2 points, but we've got to win there to pick up what they dropped. Now we've got to go and do that. And it's all right saying, I say we'll go and get 3 results. 3 results aren't good enough. We've got to get 3 wins.
We used to have a good team, it says 20 years ago, and we had a 1-1 draw with West Germany at that time. It was 66 or 67, something like this. And Germany lost a point, and they couldn't go to the World Cup or European Cup. European Cup.
It's half seven now, and the team are expected to eat around 8 o'clock because Jack likes the players to go to bed early before a match. So it's a race against time.
Ireland will win the match. It's a much stronger team than the Albanian team, and I think they deserve to win the group.
Having to play in the heat here, which was middle of May. It was a very hot day when we came and played here, and the ground was very bumpy, and it's a great leveler when you get a ground like that. It was better than when Northern Ireland played here, but it was still a lot to be desired.
In Ireland, we saw them against Northern Ireland, and we comprehensively beat them here when they were here. But Northern Ireland beat them, the bottom of the table, and I think they've only won one match.
So the same as England are playing, very dangerous in corners and in the free kicks. And they, as you know, they are long people who play football. So it's very easy for them to score by hand.
Someday it's going to all gel for them. Someday they're going to score in the first 5 minutes. And when that happens, quite capable of scoring 4 or 5. Hopefully, prayers to above. It won't happen today.
The most successful game it has been the match against Germany in 1967, 0-0. In December, when Germany was eliminated from the qualification for the European Championship 68.
A very warm and sunny evening here in Tirana, and the game is underway now. Albania kicking off, playing from right to left in this first half. No score in the game as yet, almost 7 minutes gone in Tirana. To Albania, danger for Ireland here. The ball is tucked in for Devilari, the danger man. Knocks it forward, plays a 1-2 Devilari into the penalty area.
Get into it at all.
Off at Townsend. Townsend brought down there, surely. Free kick to Ireland.
I was very worried when Albania scored the first goal. It was great that we replied so quickly afterwards, because I think we would have been under severe pressure if it was 1-0 at half time.
The goal they got against us, I thought Kernahan was at fault. If Paul McGrath was in the squad, I thought he would have got him for place.
The play goes on, the ball went right. Keane right side of Sanjay, good save for the goalkeeper. Carries the shot from Roy Keane. And really should be capable of taking 2 points here nonetheless, if they're serious contenders for World Cup qualification. There's less than 14 minutes of normal time remaining here in Tirana. Can they do it this time, maybe from the set piece? It goes high, Cascarino gets the header, it's in, the goal! Tony Cascarino! The goalkeeper furious with the referee, saying he was having a short pull, but the referee waving him away. I think Tony Cascarino has come up with the bacon for Ireland, no question about that.
very, very lacklustre performance. I mean, from an Irish team that have proved, you know what I mean, away to Spain and away to Denmark, they have proved that they are a quality team who are, like, without a shadow of a doubt, top of the European ranking.
Paul McGrath, we missed them in defence, but even so, the result is what counted. That's the most important thing.
Today must be one of the most precious victories for you.
One of the most important. We've got two very important games to come now, and that being Lithuania. It's going to be very similar to that. These teams can all play. This one today, they brought every player they've got, the best of the players from all over Europe. I hope they play the same selection when they come to play Spain.
The team rallied magnificently.
The team have been magnificently in every game they play. I mean, today was very hard. They've had a long, hard season. They've come here in heat against a very good side, and they've got a result 2-1. I'll tell you what, I'm delighted with the result.
With similar actions taken last year by Peruvian President Alberto Fujimori. It is, as they put it, a South coup.
Ladies and gentlemen, all play in the center. We're approaching the
It's going to make a big difference back in the side. I think he was badly missed against Albania.
Probably it'll be important if Niall win plays. You know, that'll be very crucial. I hope Niall's tummy bug clears up because we need goals today. And if we have Niall on, we have a better
It's
chance.
the end of the season at this stage. The players are tired. So I think the best thing that happened was the goal against us in Albania. We woke up and realised you have to start playing from the start at this stage.
I think Jack showed a more mature attitude. He treated Paul McGrath as an adult, and he knew that he had some problems, but he knew at the end of the day that he was a good player, so he picked him, and that was it. It's just a bit sad about Kevin Moran, who's been a great servant to the Irish team, that he has to be left out, but Jack had a decision to make, and he made it.
Mr. Breen or Brian? Brian, yes. Mr. Donnelly, Mr. Kelly, Humphreys, Mr. Williams, Mr. Humphreys, Mr. Barkey, Mr. Gray. Maybe you take a shower, and after that, 1 o'clock, I meet you in the lobby. My name is Tanya. Tanya. Tanya, yes.
However, despite Big Jack's cautious note, I fully expect the Republic of Ireland to gain 2 valuable points here this afternoon, and with those points, another joint step towards qualification and the US next year. The 98 FM Sport with the Republic of Ireland.
Paul McGrath, 4. number. Alan Hennigan, 5. number. Royce Keens, 6. number. Rice Houghton, 8. number. Andy Townsend, 7. number. John Aldrich, 10. number. Tony Cascarino, 14. number. Und Stefan Staudons, 14. number.
I know that play in second floor play was very difficult from Irish team play very good in second floor.
Staley gets the legs taken away from him there, and that is a free kick to Ireland a couple of yards in from touchline. 6 yards from goal. He's back in the team, and Ireland lead 2-0. Lovely little place taker from the big man. And that really takes the pressure off Ireland now, because we're just 2 minutes away from the half-time whistle. A real body blow for the Ball Latvians.
I'm sure today Irish fans and also Latvian fans were witnesses of a big football, and I'm sure that we were witnesses of the team which will play in next year World Cup finals.
The score was only important in the end. We could have done our goal difference good in the second half of the game when we made some good positions, which we didn't take. The goalkeeper made 2 wonderful saves.
You've never come closer than this. Well, after that chance, I don't think I'll ever score, but I'll just keep trying anyway. And of course, you've got a big move coming up soon. Have you made your mind up on that yet? Got to ask you that before you go. Well, I think I have, but I'm waiting until next week to announce it. You're going to keep us all sweating? Yeah. Cheers, Roy, anyway. Congratulations. Paul McGrath is also here. Paul, you've obviously got to be delighted to be back in the fold.
Yeah, I was just delighted to be in the squad, let alone play. And then to get a goal, just the icing on the cake.
I was just going to say that the goal, Ray Houghton did superbly well to get the ball in for you. It was probably not the most difficult header you've ever had in front of goal.
No, I think they gave me a bit of room, and I just lunged for it, and luckily ended up in the back of the net.
And before you go, I've got to ask you about the knees. How are they?
Never better. They're okay.
Fantastic, and you must be delighted with the superb support again here in the Baltics.
They've been different for us again, and they help us along, you know.
Thanks again to Paul McGrath, Roy Keane, and Jack Charlton for speaking to our team.
With the technical questions are difficult for this gentleman.
I'm not a football man, so... Просто что за вас поднесен? Ну, потому что стык не вам потек. Ну, и что, что с вами Keane, so...
Wait. It's getting over.
Well, we've got Lithuania twice now. We play them tomorrow, and then we play them again in September. There are 4 points at stake there, and we want all 4.
And if we get those, we're away.
If we get those, we need a point of Spain, and there's nothing they can do about us going to America.
Terrific. Jack, we wish you all the very best.
Thanks, we'll do our best for you.
Thanks very much for staying to talk to us as the rest of the team has already boarded. Bye-bye.
And we're celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. Basically, we started as a pub team, and if you look around the bar here, especially along the back end here, you'll see clean sweep this year. Roy Keane, who's performing for Ireland today, hopefully have a good game. He goes in here for an occasional drink due to the fact that his brothers play with Temple United. They're under pressure. We are.
Like looking at the first 15 minutes, there's nothing else to happen. Like, so let's have to judge. Another 10 minutes, we don't know.
The other games, we might have won a lot better than we did. I felt that we could have scored more goals in Lithuania, we could have scored more goals in Latvia, and once we got 2-1 up here in Albania, thought we should have gone on and won by a better score. But we missed a lot of chances. Sometimes you look at it and you think, you know, had we done this and had we done that, our goal difference might have been that much better. But it's much better to have 1 point advantage over people than have a goal difference. And at the moment, our goal difference is not very good compared to Spain. But we've got the point, which is an advantage over them.
Obviously, with Ireland being playing at the World Cup, it's very important to see that they do well, because that gives us a lift as well. You know, little country like ours, it's important that they do well. Gives us a right up boost.
Anything can happen. There's so much time left yet. There's still 3 games yet. That 6 points is a lot in the end. A lot of goals, a lot of points. So anything can happen.
Cheers. All right. Say hello, Emma. Hello.
Okay.
Well, it should be. It's not easy now, like, you know. It's not going to be as easy. If we get 1 in the first half, we'll be doing well. And then the second half, we can go to 2. We're not there, no. This is the crucial one. Don't mind the next one. This is the crucial one.
It was going to be difficult, but when I went into 2-0, I thought it was going to be easy. And I was wrong, it wasn't easy. Probably, in my opinion, the way we normally play was the worst performance we've had for a long time, for most of the game. And then at other times, we looked very, very good in little bits, and then all of a sudden we went back to flogging balls across the 18-yard box again. There's certain fundamental things to the way we play that we do. And if we do them right and we do them together and collectively, they're okay. We didn't do very much together collectively, particularly when we didn't have the ball. It was, I lost my voice shouting when they had the ball more than I had. We didn't pressurise them nearly as much as we should do. And that didn't please me. And it'll be interesting when we get the video and we sit them down next time before the Spanish match and point out a few things for them that they should have been doing that they weren't. Certainly we won't get away with it against the Spanish if we give them that sort of room. But 2 points. I suppose small mercies. Somebody ask a question, quick.
Did you think an object might be instead of protecting their yellow cards?
Well, that's always a problem. It's always a problem. You see, I'm caught in a cleft stick situation here, and I can't say go get in about them and go commit yourself, and at the same time say, but don't do anything because you may get a yellow card. Maybe it was my fault in saying to them, don't close them down, don't hustle them too hard, just work them, and stay on your feet. And then once you put that to them, maybe they were thinking about yellow cards and possibilities of not playing in the next match. But the problem is this is a match we had to win, and win comfortably. And get a few goals. We would like that.
Well, we've got 14 of a difference, and Spain have got 16 of a difference. They're 2 goals more than us. And if they were to beat us in Dublin, it would be very, very crucial, obviously, because they would be ahead of us maybe on points and definitely on goal difference. But like that, we expect that, you know, the favours will be done maybe by Denmark in the last match in Spain. And even if Spain do beat Denmark, the fact of the matter is it will knock Denmark out, and Spain and Ireland should then go through.
The game at Windsor Park will be a battle royal. So this is why it was essential that we get it wrapped up before we go to Windsor Park. And we will.
Maybe we start off at too big a pace. Maybe we one or two need a game or 2 more, maybe. There's all sorts of maybes. Maybe we'll put it right against the Spanish, who knows. Glad to see you got in.
Yeah.
They open heart surgery at 81 is a bit special.
Yeah.
She's over it now. She saw the doctor last week and he said, don't come back and see him for another year.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
You want my voucher to the hotel?
My mother has been very sick for many years, so he got peace, you know.
Well, basically I've seen the Spanish play on about 4 occasions over the last 2 years, maybe 5. And but I find the more important the game, the closer you get to qualification, the more important it is that I spend and have a look to see that they're not doing anything different to what they did before. That they've got maybe a couple of new players in that I haven't seen before, and that the pattern that they play is exactly the same. And really, that's all I want to come and see. I know most of the Spanish players very, very well, as far as their performance and what they're capable of goes. But it's my job to prepare my players and to inform them on anything that they may come up against in the next game. So, Albania have got some very good players who play throughout Europe. And they brought them all in to play us, and they made the game very difficult for us on a fairly hot day. We managed to win the game, but it was the one we had to put behind us then. And the Danes came, and they found that playing here was not easy either, and they only just managed to win the game. I'm hoping tonight that the Spanish will find it very difficult to win the game, although somehow I don't think so. The Spanish have got a better goal difference than the Danes. We've a little bit better good difference than the Danes, but then the Danes have got to play Northern Ireland in Denmark, and they could make up that deficit if we were to not win. So there's all sorts of. I can sit with a sheet and look at it, with all the teams and the lines, and try and work out what is the best, the way. The only way is for us to beat Spain. Then we know. If we draw with Spain, it leaves the competition fairly wide open as far as Denmark and Spain are concerned. Because if Denmark beat Northern Ireland, as we expect they will, they then have to go and get a point in Spain, and then it could come down to goal difference. And like I've said, we could be stung if we don't beat Spain. It's what we do that is important. Then. We don't have to rely on anybody else behind ourselves, which is the way I like it. Much prefer it that way. When I get here, I'll have a sheet of paper, and all I do is make notes. I'll put the pattern down, the positions of the players, the numbers, all about Spain. I'm not interested in Albania. And I'll look at the players, the strengths, the weaknesses, formation, the play, and anything that I think, free kicks, corner kicks, that are different to something they've done before. And then when I get back to Dublin, players come in, and I'll have at least maybe one situation where I'll have them for half an hour in a room, go through all my notes and tell them what I saw, and go through what I expect of them. You see, they don't see these games. They've got to play them, but they don't see them.
We've seen today a very strong Spanish team play. They were quite good in the defense and good in midfield, and they have made 5 goals. And they could even have made more than those 5s. But in such a game, as coach, manager, we are looking how are the Spanish team playing. Of course, I was concentrating of them because in the last match in our group, we are going in November. We are going to Spain to play them. And it's going to be a difficult match for us, but I think that we have some chances, and the Spanish team are going to Dublin, and it won't be that easy for them to play in Dublin.
I feel much better having seen Spain play in the way they play, and the pattern they play, and looking at the players as individuals. And yeah, I feel a lot more confident now. It's usually the way when I've seen people play, it settles my mind down. I know what to tell the lads now. They've changed their style of play a little bit. They normally would have played with full-backs, but they've now operated yesterday with just 2 markers on the front 2, a sweeper, and then they played 5 across midfield. And the boys who played left and right were good players going forward, but were expected to defend as well. They got away with it yesterday. They might find it a bit more difficult against us. The big lad up front scored 3 goals. Took them very well and needs hanging on to and watching.
It's history in the making today, or Judgment Day, or whatever you want to call it, but 2 points this afternoon from Jack Charlton's side would be enough to put the Republic of Ireland through to the World Cup finals. John Aldridge is the only fitness worry. He undergoes a late fitness test around about 2 hours before kick-off. Neither manager has revealed his starting lineup, and neither is likely to do so until at least an hour before kick-off.
Most experienced guy in the team, Park, goalkeeper City Zarella, to get the game underway. Listen to the crowd, listen to the roar. Ireland defending the goal to our right, and away they go then. 90 minutes of World Cup action at Lansdowne Road. A long goal. A little over 11 minutes gone. No score in it here at Lansdowne Road. Danger for Ireland here as the ball is thrown across by Ferrer into the penalty area. It goes, a shot, and Spain have scored! Great strike, Caminero!
That is amazing, and they are going to be so...
Salinas down into the Irish penalty area, goes Kernan with him. Salinas is in there, he has a chance to score! Julio Salinas finds the back of the net, and Ireland are 2 down. They're jumping for joy in the Spanish bench. All the substitutes, the manager.
You don't know how lips hurt until you've kissed and had to pay the cost, until you flipped your heart and you have lost. No, you don't know what love is.
The Irish defence stretched here. It could be danger here for Ireland. Sheridan just sticks out a leg and he's played it into the path of Salinas. This could be 3-0. And it is 3-0 to Spain. Julio Salinas. John Sheridan giving the ball away. And this really has turned into a disaster, a nightmare
it's all gone wrong for us today. I can't quite work it out, but the lads just don't look up to it this afternoon, and really, you can't see us coming back from a 3-0 scoreline at the moment.
Those Ball boys, they'll be disappointed, lads, I think, going home this evening, hoping to see it all happen for Ireland here today, and it's all gone terribly wrong. Into space, gets it to Sherwin, the first time pass from him to Terry Phelan, out to Ronnie Whelan, flicks it infield for Sheridan once more. Sheridan turning, gets across in towards goal. Quinn is going to have to jump, but he's out jumping almost by Houghton for Sheridan. The shot, Sheridan scores! And a bit of hope for Ireland. Whatever it may be, we could have signalled the start of a bit of a revival. We're up on the Irish bench down there. Andy Townsend, the injured captain, has made the trip across, especially for the game today. John Sheridan puts them back with some little hope with 28 minutes gone second half.
Lose their taste for kissing. You don't know how hearts burn for love that cannot live yet never dies until you face its
Ask a question.
What went wrong today, Jay?
I've no idea. You've got... we were going quite well to start with, actually. We had caused a few little problems. We'd got in behind them a couple of times. People were looking with a bit of confidence, and then all of a sudden, you get a throw in, and it goes boom, boom, and the guy volleys it, and you say, well, where was everybody standing still? But you've made a mistake. And then you get another goal like that second one, which I'm still wondering what happened myself. And then you go 3 down, and you go, God almighty, what's happening here today? It's not our day. And it wasn't. It wasn't our day. What do you say? What do you say to them? And then there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to sit there and wish the game was over. And I certainly wish that one was over at 3-0. It's... No excuses. We didn't play very well. We made some mistakes at the back, and it cost us dear. We just had a bad day. People do have bad days, you know, in football.
Was it a tactical error not playing Paul McGrath in the centre of the defence from the start?
Maybe the whole game would have changed had I played Paul at the back, I don't know. But then again, I didn't really have anybody... I thought we might try Roy as a runner, and we tried a few things, and it looked like it was working quite well early in the game, and then when you go goal down, you don't know where to look. We can all look at tactical mistakes at the end of a game and say we didn't do this and we didn't do that. You know, had we scored early on in the game might have been the other way around. Who knows? Bad day. No excuses.
Are we still on the way to Jack? Are we still on the way to the USA?
I have no idea. I've been trying to talk you out of talking that way for the last 2 months. We did very well in the games up to this one. We've had a bad day. In Belfast, we've got to have a good day.
Aldridge was a big loss as well.
Now, we're not talking about losses. We're talking about a game we've lost. No excuses. We picked a team that thought would be the best team for the day. It didn't work because we've made a mistake. We've still got time to recover it, but we've made a mistake.
When you say we made a mistake, are you accepting responsibility that you made a mistake?
I don't know. What do you want me to say? Yeah, I'll take the responsibility for the game. I mean, I smile when we win, and I'm trying to smile when we lose. It was a bad day. But football's about that. Football's always been about that. You know, you never always get what you want. We made a few mistakes, we got punished for them.
Knowing what you know now, Jack, were you perhaps, like a lot of other people, thinking that the Lithuania performance was just an aberration? I mean, perhaps we are as bad
well,
as we
who
were
knows? Listen, maybe we've had the good days, maybe the bad days that have come now. That's what you want me to say.
No, I don't want you to.
Well, you know, maybe, but we don't know. We've had a bad day. We all want to go home and forget it. We want to come back and prepare for the next match, and we'll see what happens in that one. Who knows? That's football. Forget it.
In soccer, Northern Ireland manager Billy Bingham has
within
named
the competitive spirit of Bill Bingham is a person who wants to win. That will transfer to my team. They'll want to win simply because it'll take them to the World Cup. But that greater need sometimes gets submerged in the fact that You want revenge.
Spain, Denmark and a draw here, or draw in the north of Ireland. That would be my main worry. I think 1-1, that would be like big, bad news. Squad and goal difference would be terrible.
I wouldn't say I'm confident. I'm optimistic.
After the March match, I wish we'd played them about a month later up in Belfast. I think we'd have beaten them, but now they're a much better team.
Well, for a start, I had to get back to the players we know. We wanted John back, and we wanted Andy back. And I would have liked Stephen Staunton back as well, but we had to go without Stan. And but the shape of the team was what we know.
So Jack's got a big fight in his hands, isn't he, the Charlton?
Well, Jack and I don't need to do anything with these two teams. We don't need to talk to them. Just send them out, and there's going to be a battle.
It just doesn't bear thinking about what we're going to do during the summer. Like, we're so used to it at this stage over the past 6 years that if we don't get there this time.
Don't write this off in the last 2 games. Look at the whole of the competition put together. I mean, we've dropped 6 points out of 24, which is a hell of a total of points.
Starts the game. Here we go then, the moment of destiny for Jack Charlton's team, hoping to win a place in the finals of the World Cup in America next summer. We know what happened again.
They're playing it more hard than the Republic at the moment.
So you're looking at around this time now for 1 or 2 of them to really come to terms with the game and really stamp their authority and put in some commanding performances.
Pressure moments here for the Republic's defence. Magilton comes forward, strikes the ball, into the centre it goes, flicked across the goal dangerously. And it was the right boot of Paul McGrath that scooped the ball clear to safety. And certainly the Republic unable as yet to...
Ladies and gentlemen, don't wish to interrupt you. Over here, Spain are down to 10 men in Seville.
As long as somebody beats somebody in Seville. If it remains a draw and it's a draw here, we're in big trouble again.
I can see the other games staying scoreless at the moment. I think we'll have to win. I think 1 goal will do it.
Maybe with 15 minutes to go, bring on McLaughlin and just all push forward, because we've nothing to lose,
Quinn went for the spectacular. It didn't work. You've got the feel and the evidence of the first half that it's either going to take a mistake or
World Cup finals in America. There's just 5 minutes gone in this second half. It's scoreless here in Windsor Park. We need a goal. And Charlton's team has been warned of the danger. Owen steps up now, strikes the ball, it climbs off the legs of the wall. This time the shot goes in. It was Ray Houghton saved by the legs of Tommy Wright. They don't know much about it, but he got it away to prevent Ray Houghton scoring. Ball out of play. A goal kick to Northern Ireland. Jimmy Quinn on the halfway line. Worthington knocks one up the channel. Against Derry making the run. And trying to close him down goes Alan Kernan. The ball goes across the face of 18 yards out. The shot going in. It's a goal! Northern Ireland has scored! Great goal! Marvellous goal! And Jimmy Quinn does what he threatened to do. He's been talking about it. And it could be good night America as far as Jack Charlton's team are concerned. Marvellously struck goal. And Jimmy Quinn. And Ian Derry.
You never always get what you want.
Jack, are we still on the way to the USA?
I have no idea.
I think it'll be a goal really.
Spirit of the Irish team. They're very, very determined to win the match.
I think they're a very formidable side. It's about showing me the way look.
We've had the good days, maybe the bad days that have come now.
And a little over 14 minutes to go. And America seems an awful long way away at this point in the night.
Got to keep going. There's about a quarter of an hour left to go.
It's about 13 minutes of normal time.
Yes, that's plenty time for us to get back in it.
And Irwin with the free kick. Floats across it, always found McLaughlin. The shot, goal! Oh, McLaughlin has found the net! Goal! Johnny is on the field. The substitute has done it. Alan McLaughlin has equalised.
What a superb strike from Alan McLaughlin. On a few occasions, the ball had come outside the box, and Irish players managed to get on the end of it and hit good shots. That time it fell absolutely perfectly from McLaughlin. He took up a great position just outside the penalty box. He hit it so sweetly. Commonwealth was never going to get to it. And I'm certainly a happy one in there.
No, we're not dead yet. Alan McLaughlin. Yes, he has. It's all over. The Republic have come back to the bed here. Jerry Quinn striking Northern Ireland into the lead. I think now they've got the news from Spain because the celebration's going on. Mick Byrne, the physio, going to hug Paddy Bonner. And it's all over. It's all over.
Denmark now. Is that the final result? We're waiting to confirm that. That would be, do your own interview, we'll do ours. I'm still worried. I don't know what the score is. What about that McLaughlin goal? Brilliant goal. He done great when he came on. He's been waiting years to get his chance, and he finally did. The tension here, the drama, it's unbelievable. Can you find out what we've done? We'll get it as soon as we can. Thank you. Thanks, Mel. Okay. Have we done it? Is it true?
1-0 they won.
Oh, I can't believe it. Andy!
Fucking brilliant.
Go! Right!
That's it.
Andy! Alan!
You there, son? Thanks. Got you there. Thanks. Got you there. Big man.
Deserve it. Well done, Paddy.
That's it, Jack. It's over.
Definitely over.
It's over. We're through. Hands behind.
Easy. Don't push me all over the place. Hang on.
Is it over?
It's over.
Yes,
Jack.
it's over. You're through.
We're top of the
Wait, Jack, wait.
Obviously, the most important goal. That one's for me, my wife and my little girl at home, Abby. And obviously for all the supporters here tonight, all the people in the bars and in the clubs back in Ireland. That was for them. And Just got to concentrate now. Just look forward to the USA.
Did you see the shape of the next 12 months just disappearing away from you after the North went in front?
Certainly did. I've been on the pitch literally 2 minutes, and it came back to Jimmy Quinn, and he's hit a great strike, a dipping volley, and it's there. And literally, I mean, I thought that was it. I thought our chance had gone. We didn't know the situation from Spain. But it was just vital that we got at least a goal back. And thank goodness I've managed to pull one out.
Delighted, yeah. Delighted. I'm so delighted I didn't even have time to get my teeth in.
It's wonderful. It's been a long, hard trip. We were pushed very, very close tonight. In fact, I thought we were going to go out when they whistled that goal in. Probably the first shot they'd had in the game. That went anywhere near the goals. I just thought it's not our day again. But it was willing. They fought very hard and they never give up. And when you go a goal down and you've got to come back at that stage of the game, it takes a lot of character. But we've had a long, hard competition. And I'm only glad that it's all over and we've qualified for the States. Now we can have a little bit of time to put our game together a bit better for when we go there.
Your hand is on and tender hoops here.
To do a job behind the front two, because Alan's good at that, and Alan's been sat around with us for the last 3 or 4 years to fill that role, and Alan was the only one of the guys that we had lots of chances to strike balls and we hadn't struck him right at all, and Alan's was the one. Roy Keane had hit one that went past the post, and then it dropped to Alan and he stuck it in the back of the net, and it justifies his existence for the last 2 years.
It was going to be about digging in. It was going to be about a bit of bottle in the end and a bit of desire. And you know, we've never been short in that aspect of our game. If people have been critical of us before in certain ways, well, they could never ever turn around and accuse us of lacking heart or passion or desire. That's what we're all about.
Well, we've no choice to take a break. We've no game now until March, arranged. We might try and arrange one in February, but that is debatable because I don't want to put the managers of the football clubs in England under so much pressure to let us have the players again. But if there's an international date, whether we have a game or not, but I would like the players together for a bit of work between now and the get-together before we go to America. It's nice to say that, isn't it? We're going to America.
To win just once would be enough for
those who've lost in life.